Good evening, everyone. Is anybody out there? Our smelling roses, man. I've been really enjoying your videos. You sure been all over the world this year. You traveled everywhere there, buddy. What you been into lately? Hey, John, buddy, I'm doing good. Well, you're welcome, buddy. I really appreciate you supporting my channel too, Smelling Roses. You been hunting any, John? I've been working in my blacksmith shop a little bit, doing a few videos. You killed any deer, John? Yeah, I don't get a lot of views on them things, smelling roses, but I sure do like doing them because they pay off in the end. Hey, Denise, what you doing out there? What you having for supper? Smelling roses. This is what I did today. Went down to the railroad and picked up an old spike laying down there and made a knife out of it. Canning bourbon apple butter, not better. I hear you. You ever do any blacksmithing there, smelling roses? Where'd you get your apples from, Denise? You all grow them on your property? You need to get you a shop set up there, smelling roses. I bet you're a bit. I bet you'd make a good blacksmith. Hey, Randy, you live an hour from the Smokies. Well, I live 3 hours from the Smokies. Well, we're 3 hours from Knoxville. Hey, John, they do if you case harden them, buddy. Hold that up in front of my face. If you case harden it like I did this one right here, I did a video on it this evening. I'll put it up probably maybe tomorrow. But nah, you ain't got a hobby like this, though, smelling roses. From the local orchard. Cool. We got the Amish right out the road here, so we can go out the road there, Denise, and grab up a bushel of apples. They're pretty expensive right now. They're about $20 a bushel. How much you pay for them? Smelling roses, you can make you some good survival tools there with at your blacksmith shop. It doesn't really cost that much to get into it, really. Not now. Hey, Jack from South Carolina. Hey, buddy. What do you think about this knife I made in that forge down there, bud? Yeah, I'd like to have access to all that scrap you got smelling roses. You should bring me like a pickup load of it up here and dump it out one day. $20 a bushel. Yeah, that's about right, Denise. I like to dry apples. You ever dry any apples, Denise? Hey, brother Lewis, did you kill you a big old doe today? Why don't you bring me the skin? Yep, I know, buddy. Smelling roses, I can hear you there, bud. The that old rebar makes some really good stuff. Did it rain you out, Lewis? It was pouring the rain early this morning, Lewis. I went down to Oakville and went up there to the cemetery on the hill there where my grandfather's buried, and it was pouring the rain. Oh yeah, though, Jack. I made that for some people down in Alabama. That's a Yulee knife. Me too, Denise. I really do love them dried apples. So does my grandkids. They eat them things like they're going out of style. You know what a Yulee knife is, Jack? They're about 2,500 years old, and the Inuit Indians used them. Yeah, I know we got plenty of time. Ain't no doubt about that, Lewis. We ain't gonna get excited. You'll kill a big one. You are gonna let me have the skin off of it, though, aren't you? Yeah, Alaska knives, a Yulee. I made my first one there last night for some people down in Alabama. Yeah, it's a the craft there, Red, is pretty hard to start understanding in the beginning, but you just have to keep on hammering. All right, Lewis, I'm counting on it. One big old fat doe. Lewis, I didn't do a video on the Yulee knife. That was the first one I'd ever made, and it was taking me quite a spell to do, so I didn't actually do a video on it. But the next one I will do a video on. How'd your trip out west go there, Lewis? Did you have fun? Yes, sir, Charles. A railroad spike knife. It's not really pretty, but it actually works. You went to Montana, didn't you, Lewis? Uh, I'm gonna hitch a ride with you out there the next time. You can like drag me along on top of the truck or something. Jack, I've been seeing a lot of small deer up here in Virginia. What kind of boots did you go to get there, Red? Yeah, I know Smelling Roses. You did an awesome video out there, buddy. I mean, really nice. Yeah, you West Virginia outdoorsman there, Lewis. You went to Glacier National Park. That's supposed to be really an awesome place to go. Did you do a lot of video there, Lewis? Oh, really? They're out of those boots? What size are they out of, Red? Them things sold really fast. Right. I know they're Red. Hysia. Those are some really good boots. I really do like them. Yeah, smelling roses. You and Lewis, you guys, y'all's videos looks like National Geographic. You guys do some really good videos. Hey, Heidi, how are you doing out there, little girl? Look at this knife I made. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm serious. You guys do really awesome videos. I sit there and just watch them and watch them and watch them. It's just mesmerizing to see all the quality videos that you guys do. Silver Bushman, how are you tonight? I appreciate it, Jack. I try, buddy. You all getting any rain in South Carolina, Jack? Well, I'm sorry, Red. They sold out really fast. The tomahawk that I made, look, Gary, you can go on my channel and see a video where I actually did the tomahawk. Now, I haven't posted the video where I did this knife yet. Okay, I'll probably post that sometime, probably Monday. Smelling roses, we got a whole bunch of rain up here this morning, buddy. Silver Bushman, I hear you. It poured the rain here. Jack, the only thing, buddy, I can tell you is you can try the wild lettuce, and that's about the best thing I can tell you. Hey, Victor, you say you like that knife? Yeah, it's pretty nice looking knife. Yeah, this is hammer forge, and I don't have any power tools. It's just my arm and a hammer, or several different hammers. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. I don't know exactly how to put up the little blocks that you get to send for people to see the videos about the tomahawks. But yeah, I did, I think, a couple of videos. It's been about a year now since I've done the video on the tomahawk. I do. Smelling roses. Now, a railroad spike is not. It's really soft iron until you heat it up and hammer it out and then do your case hardening to it. They don't. They won't hold a really good edge, but once you case harden it does do a pretty good edge. Yeah, Jack. Me and Jack did a tomahawk, but Jack, we didn't really do too much video on doing that. How's your tomahawk working out? Cool, works good. I'm glad. Yeah, you can use Indian pipe there, Silver Bushman, but you got to be careful when you use it. No, you case harden it in the forge with the case hardening compound. The red is called cherry red. Thanks, Audrey. Audra. Yeah, cherry red compound. You heat your knife up, your edge to cherry red, and your forge or with a torch. And you put the compound on it and let it absorb the compound, and you do it 2 or 3 times, and that makes a really good edge on your knife. That's just the way you do it when you're using that sort of cherry red compound. Smelling roses, I actually do it back about 3/4 of an inch from the edge. That way, the edge stays hard for really long time. And the more you put it on there, the deeper. Like if you do it like 4 or 5 times, the deeper that hardening will go into the steel. You just say you don't really need it on the back of the blade. You probably can, Red, but I don't. I really haven't done it that way, buddy. I haven't killed a deer yet, Jack. No, sir, I sure haven't, buddy. I actually made this knife you all for a friend of mine down in South Carolina. Jack, sorry it's not you, but I have another friend in South Carolina that's going to get this knife right here. They just don't know it yet. Lewis, I'd been aiming to ask you how your mother was doing. Is she doing all right now? Lewis, I had a 10 pointer coming into the camera there. I think I may have sent you that picture. As soon as the opening season for the Kids Day came in, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since. Arkansas. Hey, wow, man, what you doing, buddy? You been making any fires? You tell her I'm praying for her, Lewis. Yeah, Silver Bushman. Yeah, I use that stuff, buddy. I've got it right in there. I just made some. Cleaning out the deers, are you, Arkansas wild man? You got to make that stuff right, though, Jack, from South Carolina, there, buddy. You got to really make that Indian pipe the correct way. Miss Libby's doing fine. Her leg has got completely healed up. She's running around, kicking on both of them heels now, buddy. Appreciate all the prayers you people prayed for too. You won't believe how much that really, really helped. I believe in prayer. Yes, sir, Red. It does. Yes, sir, Wild Man. It sure does, buddy. Amen. Call me anytime, Jack. Yeah, like I say, you got to watch, Jack, how you use that particular type of a mushroom, or not a mushroom, but Indian pipe. It does take your mind off. And I will tell you that it takes your mind off of the pain that you got. Really don't do anything for it. You got that right, Mitchell. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. How's it been going? Jack, did you get any Indian pipe, or are you just going to purchase you some? Yes, sir, Silver Bushman. That's for sure. Going good in Georgia. Cool. What have you been doing down there in Georgia? Yeah, Jack. It comes up and it lasts for up here just about 3 or 4 weeks, and then it just dies on out. So you got to get it there and do what you're going to do with it. It'll be pretty expensive too, Jack. I'd say. How'd you make yours, Arkansas Wild Man? What'd you use? What continent you on, Red? They're just about getting that way right now. It'll be about, I'd say, another week, maybe a week and a half, and they'll be really good here in Blaine County. Silver Bushman, they pop up here really. Red, you're in England and you don't know what Indian pipe is. You need to get out in the woods where the pine trees are growing. If they ain't cut them all down, 3 weeks works, Arkansas Wild Man. And now, Wild Man, how does it make you feel when you take it? Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, there's somebody's overseas is watching me there tonight. Joseph, how you doing, brother? Where are you at, Joseph? No, Wild Man, do you think it's more the alcohol that's doing that, or is it the actual Indian pipe that's doing it? Just want to know what you think, and how much of it do you use so Jack can understand it. Canton, Ohio, Joseph. Cool. Just canned some soup. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got all kind of kinfolk up in Ohio. They live up in Elyria, Ohio, as a matter of fact. 7 to 15 drops. Now, do you just put that under your tongue, wild man, or how do you do it? So Jack down in South Carolina will understand if he gets some how to use it. I hear you, Joseph. I got all kind of cousins up there, Lewis, that live in Elyria, Ohio. I probably 3 or 4 dozen of them. You mix it in a drink like coffee? Okay. Eden, Ohio. Okay, I got you. Kenneth Rife. Hey, I appreciate it, buddy. What you been into? You been deer hunting yet? Okay, NC South Beach. I just found you. Hey, I'm glad you found me. I really appreciate you watching my videos. This is a knife that I made this evening, just goofing off in the blacksmith shop. You're a bit medicated, are you, Joseph? Okay. High Point, North Carolina. Well, cool. What's going on down in High Point? I used to have some friends that lived in High Point. Hey, no problem, Jack. I really appreciate it, buddy. Oh, high grown. I got you, buddy. Tudor one. I don't have anything in mind for mental relaxing herbs at the present time. Yeah, Arkansas Wild Man, that's a railroad spike, buddy. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate you coming by. Furniture Market, Ozark, Arkansas, Tudor one. Smelling roses, I got you, buddy. There you go. Joseph will tell you what you can use. I think a lot about herbs, and I use herbs all the time. Uh, Shoot, man, I ain't been to the doctor, and I don't think I've been to the doctor in more than 10 or 12 years now. So the furniture market is still going on in High Point. Yeah, I got all kind of wild lettuce, Joseph. Wild lettuce actually does work for pain. Also makes you really nice and sleepy too. Hey, Red, you're exactly right, buddy. Wow, man. Or if you're still there, what's the biggest deer you've killed this year so far? Hey, it really does work, our silver bushman. Uh, that way you don't have to use alcohol with your actual temperatures. Hey, Audrey, I did dig enough sand to fill my jars up in my medicine cabinet, and that's all I dug, buddy. Tracy, how are you doing this evening? I'm glad you're learning. You all comment on my videos and let me know what you would actually want me to do, because sometimes I'm just I've got so many videos on YouTube that it just takes a lot of time and to get all that stuff done. Hey, Arkansas wild man, 6 point. The sun killed a doe today. Cool. You're right, Joseph. It does work, buddy. That's what I use that as well. Hey, Joe. Yes, sir, buddy. I sure can. I've actually done a video this year already on it. If you'll go back and look through my videos. Yeah, Silver Bushman, that vinegar will actually take that bad taste away from that bitterness out of that wild lettuce. I've got a couple of videos on how to do that already, SC Beach One, but I'll think about something else that can work. Joseph, you're right. Charcoal is one of the things that works. You got that right, smelling roses. Just to make a video like this right here, it takes 2.5 or maybe sometimes 3 hours to turn a camera on, get the shot, and talk about what you're doing, and then go back and edit the video to get it on YouTube and get it up there so that people can see it. It sure does. Yes, sir, Lewis. You know, you make videos. When you're doing it all yourself, it just takes a long time to do it, especially if you're going to try to do one or two videos a week. Now, of course, I'm retired now, so I can get in there and do those videos a whole lot quicker than you guys can because you still on the clock. Hey, that's some good stuff there. I'm gonna have to go out and shoot me some squirrels now that I think the first frost is probably gonna come before the Monday morning. Kenneth, Joe, just hang in there, buddy, and do what you can do. You'll have to learn to listen to yourself talk first. Sorry, smelling roses. I'm an old timer, buddy. I'm 68 years old now, so I'm out of the workplace. Cool, Red. I'll have to check your channel out. What's your channel name, Red? Go Fish. Hey, buddy. What you doing out there? Good to see you. Yeah, it's been awful hot this year, Kenneth. I don't know where you're at, but I haven't killed any squirrels this year yet, so I haven't seen any warbles. Joseph, you popping in, buddy. Thanks. Smelling roses. I worked for years and years, so I decided to quit. Yeah, I've been retired now for over maybe 4.5 years. Lewis, you're just a youngster, buddy. You're just gonna have to keep on working. You just turned 50. Well, shoot. Wow, man, you're a young feller. That's right, smelling roses, whippersnappers. Logan, West Virginia. Cool. I've got a sister-in-law from Logan, West Virginia. I hear you, Red. Joseph, Joe, I'd like to see some of your knives. You should start doing videos about it, buddy. 2007. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it. Simple man, semi-retired at 54. That's cool. Yeah, Lewis, it really is, ain't it, buddy? Chris, yeah, buddy, I don't know. I got to have me some squirrel and squirrel gravy sometime, so I'll have to go here and kill some. Cool, simple man. Smelling roses, I appreciate you stopping by. I really do, buddy. You know how much I appreciate you stopping by. You have a good evening. Go fresh. God bless you too, buddy. It tastes like chicken. Actually, it doesn't taste like. It sort of tastes like. Shoot, I don't know. Dog meat. North Carolina Beach. You ever had any dog? How about raccoon or anything like that? I'm just kidding. Okay. Everything tastes like chicken. Cool. Skinned you some couple of those, did you, Joe? Did you tan the hides? You know the folks up in Washington D.C. that sit behind the big desks now. Did you know that back in the olden days, Davy Crockett days, that's what they had for supper just about every evening was when when they were during the session, they would go out and hunt squirrels with their muzzle loading rifles. You hate chicken, John? What's the matter with you? You're not from the South, are you? Cool, Joe. You're gonna have to start doing videos. There ain't no question about it. Just go on and start doing it. Yep, you're gonna have to try some squirrel. You got that right, Lewis. You're making my mouth water right now. Okay, Red, I appreciate it, buddy. Just put them up there and we'll start watching them. Hello from southeastern Kentucky. How's it going down there? Yeah, I like him, Joe. I like him big old cat head biscuits and butter and gravy and squirrel. But they're not fat at all. You got to add just a little bit of grease to them so you can get them down really easy. Hey, Lewis, why don't you get your mama to can you some? Ate the whole squirrel, Chris. One of my most popular videos on YouTube is about how the best way to cook a squirrel. You need to check that out, Chris. But you're gonna have to scroll back about 10 years now. I love apple butter, Joe. Just ain't made none myself in years. I hear you, John. Once you've ate it every day for ever and ever, I guess that gets old. Oh yeah, I love squirrel brains, Arkansas wild man. My grandpa turned me on to them things years and years ago. Okay, I appreciate you showing up there, buddy, down there in South Beach. Michael Hensley, yep, buddy. My grandpa turned me on to them things. You can can anything, Lewis. Can them squirrels. They'll melt in your mouth. Kenneth, yeah, buddy, I know what you mean. Hey, Red. No, sir. This one will not crack a spark off of it, buddy. This a railroad spike is made out of some pretty malleable iron that will give when the train is going by on the track, and that stops it from being too hard. But now I have made several flint strikers. As a matter of fact, I made one this week for a man. JJ, how's it going, buddy? One. Did you muzzle up? Did your powder get too wet there today? In the mail in just a little while. Yeah, I know, wild man. We canned everything from sausage back in the 1950s all the way, everything. We canned sausage, we canned deer, we canned steak, you name it. Mama canned that stuff. Yeah, you was telling me about that a while back, Joe. You canned 125 gallons. Hey, Joe J. Rambo. Yeah, I've made a tomahawk out of that. They do make really good tomahawks. But I can tell you right now, when you're hammering them out one lick at a time without a power hammer, it's a lot of work. Kenneth, I take and put red case hardening compound on this blade. You'll see a video here in a day or two when I put it up of how to do that. It's called cherry red compound. Hey, Michael Hensley there. Yeah, I got a 22 rifle that I use, but I also have a 22 air gun that works really good for squirrels. I So muzzleloader season's not open. Lewis, does that thing work pretty good, buddy? Or do I need to make you another one? Yeah, I like to smell that stuff cooking, Joe. Yeah, Kenneth, that's cherry red compound. It's not very expensive, and you just get your you just get your knife blade, and I go back about 3/4 an inch on the blade, and I will take that and get it cherry red and just put it on there and let it melt. You do it 2 or 3 times, it makes a really good edge. Thank you. I appreciate that, Red. Like I say, it's looking like we've got going to have our first frost here just in a day or two. The moon is turning just about full right now. I was noticing it there when I was coming home this evening. Uh, it's really sort of a simple, man. It really does. And when you put it on your blade and you let it absorb into it 2 or 3 times, it will make that blade really dark and black looking. Then you heat it up to where a magnet won't stick to it, and then you quench it in. Now you have to quench your soft iron in water because it won't harden if you just put it in oil. Cool, Kenneth. Lewis, you need to come over one day there and we'll hammer you out another one, buddy, and I'll let you do it yourself. You get a kick out of it. Come on over, Lewis. You know where I live, buddy. Yes, sir. Joe, I've used plenty of sawmill blades. Any of these circle saw blades will make a decent knife, but now if you're going to cut them out by hand, they're a little bit rough. Lewis, I showed you that arrowhead there, didn't I? Where I found out there in the hills of West Virginia, there, my first one. And Joe, I've used old crosscut saw blades too. Be watching for you, Red. Yeah, Joe, I've used crosscut saw blades, but now what you have to do is you either have to cut them out with a torch. Well, Lewis, when you get some time, buddy, come over here and we'll go for a little hike and I'll show you how to find some really good chert. Yeah, that red quartz works good. It sure does. But now here in Virginia, we ain't got nothing but chert. Wow, Kenneth, you've got thousands of Indian artifacts. Wow, that is cool. That's awesome. They're hard to find out here where I'm at in the state of Virginia. Yeah, Lewis, them Shawnee Indians had been all the way back there above the big spring there where the fish hatchery is. You got chert down there, Joe. You just don't know where to look for it yet, buddy. If you'll go to any place where there's crushed limestone, you'll find chert everywhere. John, here in Virginia, we have black chert. It's not really flint. I wish we had some real flint here in Virginia. Anytime, Lewis. You know I'm retired. Hey, Jeff, you just come out of the woods? You been hiking somewhere, buddy? You found some milky white stone. You found white church. What you found there, Jeff? Yeah, church everywhere. I mean, be honest with you. If you do a study on chert or flint, they say that flint does really does not exist in the United States. It only it's only in the old country. We only have chert over here. Yeah, I know it is. It's covered up. I have busted it out of crud before. What lake did you go around there, Jeff? Yeah, I know, Kenneth. Oh, Rural Retreat. You went on an easy hike there. That's a pretty nice lake over there, too. I like Rural Retreat Lake. Walnuts, TV, Tom. Walnuts are laying everywhere here this year. We got enough walnuts to make enough cake to last for 100 years. I'm just kidding. But that we really did have a bumper crop and that with acorns as well. Acorns and hickory nuts are just piled up. That's why I guess the deer are gonna you're just gonna have to get under the tree where they're eating this year. You gonna make cake with them, TV? I love walnut cake. I wish somebody'd make me one. I'm gonna show you all how this knife sounds, you all, after it's been case hardened. Hope you all can hear this right here. Now that don't sound that way when you first start hammering on it. It has a dull sound. But once you case harden it and harden it in the water, it sort of sounds like a horseshoe. That's a good hint there, Joe, if you know what I'm telling you, buddy. Yeah, TV. Mama used to make them things and they were delicious. They sure do like them white oak acorns, Kenneth, and there are plenty of them. Yeah, Joe, you're making my mouth water, buddy. Audrey, it does sound like a dinner bell, don't it? That's what that steel sounds like, or that soft iron sounds like after you have case hardened it and quenched it in cold water. You know, soft iron will not harden red in oil. Okay, that's just for your hard carbon steels. If you put a carbon steel in water, it will crack it. So this mild steel, you can case harden it and then quench it in water, and it will harden to some extent. Michael, good to see you this evening, buddy. Northeast Texas. I have heard of Woo Steel, Joe. Sure have. Okay, Red. Got you, buddy. Yeah, steel that has, one, two, three, four carbon content, points of carbon content. If you stick that stuff in cold water when it's above or at the hardening, temperature, it will crack it. You live in the country life, Michael? Cool. Well, you all, I guess I'm going to get out of here. It looks like the stream here is pretty much ended. Appreciate everybody that showed up this evening. I know I didn't uh, do a pre live video there, but anyway, be watching for my video on how I made this spike right here, this spike knife, and God bless all of you. I really do appreciate you watching. Take care. And I'm going to end this live stream right now.